Hello.
Hello, Frayle.
Hi. Can barely. Oh, yeah.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes. How can you hear us?
Yes, we got Gwen and we got Sean on the air, right?
Yes. How are you?
Hell yeah, we're doing great, man. We just got done blasting Heretic, your new single from the new records. Fucking awesome, man. Congrats on that shit.
Thank you so much.
Sweet. Thank you.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So fuck, man. It's been a long time since we've talked. How you guys been doing?
It's been busy.
Yeah, you guys been doing a lot, man.
Yeah, we've been doing the most, and we really just want to relax for a little bit. So that's what we're doing.
Hell yeah. Yeah, well, the last time I talked to you guys, you were getting ready for your first rehearsal. You were getting ready for your rehearsal for your first show.
Oh God, that was a zillion years ago.
Yeah, dude. We're way back, man. But yeah.
Like our first show ever?
Yeah, I think that's what you were saying. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy. You just blew my mind.
I know. I know, man. Yeah, it's like it's full circle, man. So you guys you've been all around the world. You've been playing all these shows all over the place, and you signed with Napalm Records. You got this new record coming out. So tell us about it.
Yeah, I mean, Napalm has been amazing. They've been like extremely supportive. They want to make sure that we as artists are able to, realize our dream or our goal. The album itself, Heretics and Lullabies, I mean, God, it's been a long time in the making, right?
Yeah, we had the album recorded and mixed like almost a year ago, and just because of release cycles and touring and availability and things like that, we had to wait to release it, which was really tough for us. But then in the end, it I think it was the timing was pretty good and it worked out, and people seemed to be responding really well to it, which is exciting for us.
Hell yeah. So what was the response like over in Europe?
It was pretty sweet. Like we couldn't play like when we were over there. We released that Summertime Sadness cover, and we couldn't play it at the first few shows because it hadn't been released yet, and we had to wait. So when it finally was, and we could play it over there, it was sweet to see. I could see bands like pointing, "Oh, that's the band that did the Summertime song." Like, they were like kind of knew us a little bit for that, and I think all the press that we talked to over there, they were kind of equating us with that. So it was like a cool timing experience to have that cover come out and gain a bunch of new fans and just have the press time perfectly that we get to talk about it.
Yeah, really great choice of a cover song too. I mean, Lana Del Rey, fuck yeah, man. Like you guys' take on that is really, really cool. How did you guys come up? Like, how did that come about?
Well, I think we both decided that we wanted to do a cover. So we kind of talked about a couple of different ones, and then we kind of fleshed out a couple. Summertime was the one that I think we liked the most, but it just wasn't quite there. So I was like, look, the chorus sounds awesome, but the verse needs a little bit of a change. So I went out to run an errand, and then Sean kind of stripped away everything except for vocals and drums and just went right back to zero. And he called me or texted me, and he's like, what do you think about this one? And we both agreed that was just like when he went down to single notes instead of trying to do chords or follow too closely to what she had done. That's when we're like, yeah, that's the one.
Hell yeah. Well, I gotta ask, like, what were some of the other contenders that you guys were playing with?
We had demoed Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper, because I had this dream of seeing like heavy doom goth couples holding each other and swaying in the audience as opposed to like circle pits. Like, I'd rather make like love sway, couple sways, couples. I'd rather be a couples dance than a circle pit. How about that? But we just couldn't make it like heavy enough, like for the message to get through of what the original song was, and mixing it with heavy, like we just couldn't figure it out, and we're kind of stuck. I still might go back to that again sometime, and we were just discussing the other day, like, more cover songs that we want to do. So there was Cyndi Lauper, and then I was trying to do somebody that I used to. Now you're just somebody that I used to know by Gautier.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd hear that like in CVS or whatever, the grocery store, and be like, man, I feel like this song could be heavy as shit, and like I really like the message in it. So I Gwen didn't like the idea at all, and I kind of was trying to, open that one up. But while doing that one, I think is when we had the idea for Summertime. That came up, and so we tried that one, and that just fell into place right away.
That's really cool. You know what? I could actually, I can hear you guys doing those other ones, man. Like that, I think that would be cool.
Yeah, my dream, it'd be fun to like do another Frayle record, and maybe right after that do like a cover record.
Yeah.
Like I would love that. I don't know if like any label would let us do that, but I would love to do that. I think it'd be super fun.
Yeah, it would be. That would be cool. Hell yeah. So tell us tell us about these videos that you guys have, man. You guys have really, really cool videos.
Thank you very much. First of all, we have as much camera and cinema gear and lights and shit as we do fucking music equipment. So like I'm super into cinematography, and I love just building images through lighting and things like that. And Gwen and I both have the similar backgrounds. We both went to fashion school, and when you're in fashion school and you're going after that, you kind of express yourself visually a lot, right? That's like what you're going to school for, is how to express yourself visually.
Yeah.
And so now when we're doing music, like we still have another itch to scratch, I guess. So we like put a bunch of effort towards that. And Gwen has always been into designing her own outfits, and working with Cat's Little Factory from UK on her face jewelry. So there's like this strong image there, and then I just want to make images out of it, high quality as I can. And that's like visual expression for me. And like the more, I don't know, dreamy I can make it, and the more just otherworldly and frightening and interesting and all these things at once. Like it's just another, like I said, I guess avenue for expression. So we do it because we can, and I guess because we have to.
Yeah, I mean, that's super hands-on. That's like DIY as fuck too. Like that's really, really cool, man. Like huge respect for that too, because I know it's not easy, and I know like, I mean, the more that you can do yourself, the better, I think, especially in today's world, the way that things are.
Yeah, I started learning how to do this stuff from photography, and then got into making videos, but that started because I couldn't afford to hire people to do it, so I just had to learn how to do it myself. And having the ability for us to quickly create new images, or edit existing ones for a different reason. For now we're talking to press a lot and sending out images, and we get a lot of requests for things like that. So it's nice to be able to turn that on ourselves and not have to rely on anyone else. And the oh god, I had a great point, and now it's gone. I just shit the bed on that. But thank you for bringing up the videos, because we're really proud of them.
Yeah, the visuals are really, really cool, and they definitely carry the sound and take it to a whole nother level, but it works beautifully together. Like it's a whole package,
Yeah, we want to kind of create like a world for people to step into, and I was kind of thinking about it recently, and like when you create music, or when you create art, or when you make videos or something like that, you feel kind of high. It feels kind of euphoric. And so anything that we can do to, number one, get there, get to that euphoric level and kind of stay there, but also be able to share it with other people, like that is, that's a good day.
Hell yeah. So how exactly did it happen with Napalm Records? Like, what was it like? Like, did they approach you, or?
Yeah, they actually, it was funny because we left our last record label both, completely amicably. And then we kept writing music, but we didn't know what to do with it. And then we just got this email out of the blue from Seb from Napalm. And our manager called him, and, they went over it. And then it actually happened. We were super excited.
Yeah, we still, we couldn't believe it. And sometimes we pinch ourselves just thinking how far we come from like making these.
From when we last talked to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right? Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's crazy. It's a great point. But yeah, that whole experience has been amazing. Their whole team is awesome. Like they have like social media people that just focus on print. They networked with press liaisons for us over in Europe, so that when we went to festivals, we were met by these people that would walk us to through all the press that we would do at each festival, and sometimes it was like hour or two of that. And so just to have a team that can activate the machine like that is just incredible to be part of, and we're just so thankful to like be around for it.
That's really cool, man. I think that's so important too.
For sure. I mean, you don't realize how important it is until you have it, and then you're like, oh, this is how it's supposed to work. I get it.
Hell yeah. Well, that's so fucking cool to hear, man. I'm so happy for you guys, like how far you've come. It's really cool to see, and I'm so excited that you guys are coming to play this year at Tennessee Metal Devastation Music Fest, man. We can't wait.
Yeah, we're really pumped. We're excited to drive down there and watch some of the other bands and just feel the whole vibe. It seems like it's just looking at everything from last year. It seems like a really sweet festival.
Yeah, we're excited to be there. I think that the idea of having it's a smaller festival, but that it can kind of brings it closer to that more intimate feeling, I guess.
Yes.
I would. And that bridging that gap is interesting. From we in Europe on this last tour we played from 110 cap venue one date to then 40,000 person festival the next day, and like that dynamic is different, and like you really notice how there's like two ends of a spectrum on like how loud or large the crowd is and like what the experience is, I guess, for both audience and musicians. So it's like I feel like that your thing is like a interesting gap between that.
Yeah, for sure. It's it's definitely not Bloodstock or anything like that, but like it is a festival, and it does have like a little field around it, but the stage is kind of small. I mean, it's not tiny, but it's not like one of those things where you're far away from the crowd. Like you can be right in there with the crowd, sort of like in a club show.
But, sweet.
But at the same time, it's in a festival atmosphere, if that makes sense. So it's kind of it's kind of like the best of both worlds, man. I love that place.
How many years have they done this? Are you guys done this?
This will be the 4th year.
Wow,
that's awesome. That's amazing.
How has the response this year been so far?
Oh, it's been great, man. It's been amazing. Yeah, I think.
Wow.
I'm super excited for it. I know last year we had about 3,000 people come out, which almost caps the place where we're at. So I'm expecting it to probably sell out this year. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's great.
You gotta feel stoked about that too, right? Like.
Hell yeah.
There's we get, when we were in Europe, we get asked a lot, like several times actually, like what are the differences between Europe festivals and American festivals? Because usually the festivals want to talk about them, get your perspective on like their festival versus the other ones and this and that. But like the one similar thing that they had is that they're put together in a way that allows a crowd to be hungry for music and go find new things. Mm-hmm. And there's big names, and there's like big names that maybe wouldn't be big names here, but it's interesting to me because there's an audience for that over there that can handle diversity of big names, and they go to these festivals hungry for new things. They get to see these big things, but there's a consumption of new bands and new artists, and it really does make a platform for new bands to kind of walk up, right? Like if you get lucky enough to play the festival on the tiniest stage, maybe next year you work on your career and you can play the bigger stage, and so it's like a stepping stone. And I think that's really different in the US. Like there aren't a lot of like these small to medium festivals with a mixture of bands for people to discover. And I think if there was more of that, I think there'd be a healthier music culture or music scene here in the US, because they are very different. So I think your festival's a great example of doing that,
bridging that gap. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, And our thing here is a lot different from a lot of other ones around here too. Is like, you know, just based on the fact that like we don't really have that many. We don't have any mainstream bands playing. You know, like it's all pretty much underground. You know, like there's some bigger bands on there, but I mean it's pretty underground, and it's always kind of been that way. But we're lucky that we put it on here in a city where there's really not any other avenue or anything for that. So the people here, they're just really, really hungry for it, you know, and like for them to make a drive to go to Nashville or Memphis, the closest cities around us, that's a couple hours drive. So a lot of people don't go to those shows that are over there, you know, because it's pretty difficult. But so for them to have something here in this city like this, which just has never happened before until this, it's really it's sort of like an anomaly, you know. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, you should be stoked about it. You should be really proud about that. It's a good thing.
Yeah. And one thing I got to tell you, man, is these people around here, they love buying merch. So like I don't know what kind of stuff you guys are planning on bringing, but definitely bring it all out, man.
We got a whole fucking store coming. Like we want to, you know, with Gwen and, you know, myself have a similar fashion design backgrounds. We also had our own stores, so we're all about merch and like making the experiences, like, I don't know, have as much depth as possible for, you know, that we can pull off by setting up quickly in one night. So we really enjoy like bringing the store when we go to shows.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I was, you know, and I wanted to tell you, like, the way that you guys, well, how you got on the radar for this. Raven, my wife, she was asking me, she was really looking for a female-fronted band that had like a kind of mystical kind of theme or feel or something, you know. And there was another band that we were gonna get at one point, but something fell through. And she was asking me, she was like, you know, what do you think? And I was thinking about it, and right away, I was like, boom. I was like, Frayle, you need to check this band out. So I showed her some video clips, and I was like, yeah, I had them on the show a long time ago, and they're really good. And she was blown away right away. So she was like, yeah, we definitely got to do this. So
that's awesome. I can't wait to meet her.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, I know everybody's excited about it, and there's a lot of people that are looking forward to seeing you guys, meeting you guys, and seeing you play on stage. And is there anything you want to let people know, like what to expect when you guys hit the stage?
Well, you know, we did our European run. It was the first time doing any shows with masks and like really kind of coming into our own visually. Like, you know, like I guess as far as the record goes, I feel like we are starting to come into our own, you know, musically, and so I think visually that's also happening. So I think that it's kind of a cool evolution to see, I guess, is like a, you know, that kind of transformation happening. So that's kind of like what we're like smack dab in the middle of right now. So it's like for us as musicians anyways, it's an exciting time. So
yeah, and for like, as with any time, I always like to, like, especially like you said, if the people are going to be pretty close to the stage and stuff like that, that's amazing. You know, like I like to have, when I sing, I like to look people right in the eyes, and you know, as long as they want to, we can have like a moment and like exchange energy. And I'm kind of interested to figure out, like, so when we did play those big festivals, you know, like the energy seems like more like one unified and one big ball of energy, as well as opposed to like when you place like, you know, regular shows where it's more individual emotion. I'm kind of excited to see what this one is going to bring.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's going to be just like this big white ball of energy.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, that's actually a good way of putting like what I'm most excited about to, you know, to see is like be part of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and speaking of like getting right in there with the audience too, like we have a little platform that we built that we put on the front of the stage, so it's sort of like a little walkway that you can kind of walk out, and you can get really, really close, like if you want to, you know, and that's definitely a cool thing too. But yeah, the crowd's gonna be right there, and they'll be able to look right at you. And,
we're also planning on unveiling. This is the first time we're doing this. We're gonna we have these like kind of gothic canoe boat things that we built, and we're gonna we're gonna enter from the back of the crowd, and they're gonna carry us on these boats.
I was like,
Hell
across
yeah.
the stage. It's similar to Rammstein, but different because they're gothic
canoes.
canoe boats.
That is awesome.
I'm totally kidding about that, but maybe someday, I don't know, that'd be sweet.
Maybe you ate a little bit of weed, babe.
Yeah, it might be on weed, I can't tell.
No, you should do that. That would be fucking awesome, man. Hell yeah. Yeah. Like last year, one of the bands that played that's coming back this year, they brought inflatable mattresses. And they threw those out in the crowd, and kids were getting up on them, and they were crowd surfing around and stuff. So,
that's crazy.
Carrying them around, it's fucking hilarious, man. It's great.
That's awesome.
Good time.
Yeah.
Good times, awesome. Man. Good times. Lots of cool vendors too. We got lots of really, really crazy like oddities and weird stuff that you won't see like in a lot of places. Like some really, really strange stuff and just cool things and
we're right in the middle of not redecorating, but we did a big remodel downstairs, so we're still in the buy spooky shit to put in our house phase. So that's exciting for us.
Oh yeah. There's definitely lots of stuff like that. Cool. All right. Well, I guess I'm about out of questions for you guys. Is there anything else you want to let the people know?
I have a couple things, but I feel like one would be really mad at me if I say them. So, yeah, no.
I think,
weed.
Yeah, he ate too much weed. Yeah, he gets ridiculous, so it's very entertaining. But
well, actually, there's
I like Gwen a lot. She's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I want everybody to know that.
Okay.
Well, you guys are married now, right?
Yes. We get married in January.
Yep.
That's right. Last time I talked to you guys, I think you were talking about that you had proposed or something.
Yeah, I did a live television. I ambushed her. It said the headline said "Man ambushes fiance with carrots."
There actually was a headline.
I did carrots.
That was too funny.
Yeah, I know how to be classy.
You know, there is one question I did want to ask. Something I like to ask everybody for all the gearheads out there, man. What kind of stuff were you guys using in the studio to get these sounds, like amps and pedals and shit like that?
So we're endorsed by Orange, and we're very fortunate because that's also my favorite amps. So most of the heavy stuff is this Orange Rockerverb 50 MK2 that I have that is just like, it records incredible. Like I have a Thunderverb 200, which is what I use live because it has an attenuator, and that thing is just a beast. Like it's so much bigger and heavier and whatever than the Rockerverb, but the Rockerverb like records better for like what I'm trying to do. So that's the main thing. And then I got my friend built me a really small Fender amp, like replica, and if you put like drop tuning and super heavy like pedals, like a rat pedal or something like that into that, or like the Earthquaker Devices life pedal, it just sounds insane because it was not made to do that. But if you do that and crank it up and you don't mic this beat, but run it through a impulse response, like you get crazy shit. So like I kind of like playing between those two things, and then I always use this Earthquaker Devices afterneath for like the. What I would say is like if I had a signature sound, it would probably be that like bending high notes where it's got like a really fast delay, but it sort of sounds like a reverb too. So that is like my ride or die pedal, I guess. So there's a lot of that used, and then this record we got into. We were fortunate to have one of my best friends and favorite people in the world, Jonathan Morgan, played drums on the record, and we went to because of the. Working with Napalm, we had a budget to do drums at the studio in New Jersey and work with a producer. So I think all those things together, and how he was able to bring Gwen out so much to the front, and what he was able to do with her tracks that we record in our studio, and then he just mixed. That was like all that coming together is how it got its sound, I guess.
Hell yeah. Well, I know all my Doom friends are gonna get excited when they see the orange amps hit the stage, man, because you know, there's a thing about that.
For sure, but you can't get too excited because if we have this thing where Gwen's voice is the most important part of
Absolutely.
the live show. So if she can't hear herself, I have to turn my amp down. So there's
Or turn it
sometimes
backwards.
I have to turn it backwards, or I have to put it in another room. So the amp might be 300 yards away, but it'll be on somehow.
Well, we one of the things that I've always been very much about is making sure that there's like lots of stage monitors up there so that you guys can hear yourself. So I don't know if you're using in-ear monitors or not, but if you're not, there's going to be plenty of stuff up there, so you will be able to hear yourselves and
yeah, we do have in-ears because Gwen is just she sings so ridiculously quiet that we can't even have the monitors on half the time because they just feed back before even being helpful. So she not to say that would happen there, but like we started relying on those, and so we kind of have this thing down pat where we know how it's going to sound by just making a little bit of noise. So we'll see what happens, but I have learned to yield to my wife on this one.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And also, speaking of big amps and shit like that, don't worry, we got plenty of stage hands and stuff like that. People that will be helping you get everything up there and get it off, as fast as possible and get you set up and everything. So like,
what is the dressing room situation like there?
We have a bathroom that's right behind the stage.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So hell yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to it. We're very excited to get over there.
Hell yeah. Well, we can't wait. It's gonna be it's just like it's like 1 month from now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be the day after the release of our new record.
Yes, that is.
So in a way, it's the record release show.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
So we'll have them there.
That's super awesome. Also, we have a pre-fest party that's happening the night before at Baker's Brothers Barbecue, which is right across the street from the venue. So if you guys want to come to that and hang out and meet some of the staff and the bands and stuff, it's kind of low-key. We just hang out and have a few beers and talk and stuff. So,
what kind of barbecue are we talking about?
You said the magic word.
The best fucking barbecue, dude. I'm telling you what, man. This place is insane. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's really
all right. I'm sold.
Yeah. Really good barbecue, craft beer, everything, you name it.
Amazing.
Cool.
Hell yeah. All right, well, I guess I'm about out of questions for you guys, but before I let you go, can I get you to make us a station tag?
Of course.
All right, whenever you're ready, say something like, "This is Frayle, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio."
This is Frayle, and you're listening to
Metal Devastation Radio.
Hell yeah. Awesome. All right, well, we will see you guys very soon. We can't wait. We're going to have a great time.
Awesome. We're excited to meet you.
All right. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us. We really appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you. You take care.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
There you have it, folks. Frayle live on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation motherfucking radio. Like I said earlier, put your speakers in your windows. Put them in your front lawns. Put them in your neighbor's driveway. Do whatever the fuck you gotta do. If you don't see U-Haul trucks everywhere tomorrow, you've either got neighbors with really good taste in music, or you're just not cranking it up like we are, man. And that's a problem. You've got to crank it up. You have to. Just do it. Here's some more Frayle.